Hello everyone, I am back with another journal, and this one is a guest design team project for Raindroplila. That is Lydia's shop. I just did a flip through of Lila, and that was using her kit Lavender May, and she sent me this kit to play with, and so I'm doing a guest design team project for her. This kit was fun to work with. It was released for Easter. I am behind on the journal, but I got it a little later, and it took me a while to really wrap my head around what I wanted to do with this journal. And it took me a while to actually make it. So this was a challenge for me because I've never really seen anything like this. I'm sure there's something out there similar, but this was just something that I kind of come up with myself. And when I looked at the kit, I wanted to make it like, I wanted to make the journal look like kind of a relic. And of course, in doing so, it still had to be usable. It still had to function like a journal. So it couldn't be exactly like a relic. It couldn't be falling apart, So it still had to function as a journal, and you had to be able to use it and write in it. And so it just had to have the appearance of a relic. And so there was a fine line there. And so I was back and forth with how to make this journal. And I made 3 covers, actually. This was a 3rd cover. The first cover was like a perfect cover. It just looked like an antique book cover. And by perfect, I mean it just had, the perfect edges, and it was straight, and, the little book cover corners, and, it was just not going to work with the way the inside is. And so you wouldn't have a perfect outside cover and then the insides be the way they are. So that didn't work, and so I had to put it to the side, and then I made another one, and I made a soft cover. That wasn't big enough to hold everything inside, and I just didn't like the way it turned out at all. So I scrapped that entire cover, and then I started with this one, which is like the first cover, except I did all of this distressing and everything you see. This was an entire day on just the cover. And I actually did a tutorial type thing on the pages and how I'd made the pages, but I didn't upload it because I wasn't sure, for one, if it was something I really should upload because of how I did the pages, because I did a lot of burning to make the pages and the cover. And I wasn't sure if that was something I should really upload on YouTube. I didn't know if anybody'd be interested either. And I did caution everybody, but the way I did the cover was the same thing. I did a lot of ripping and a lot of scraping and digging and trying to get this, look, and then burning. And so I did a lot of burning of the edges to get it to look the way it looks. This was, a really hard process just to come up with this. It was not easy because this is a cracker box, and so it's already got the spine, and then so this is thick. This is really thick one. This is not a thin box, and of course it's got the I've got cardstock on the inside too, and so it was really thick, and it had been painted I think 4 times, and then I've even got some decoupage. I did some decoupage under it, and then I added the gold and I added black, and there was a lot of distressing and aging going on, so it added to the thickness of this cover, and then I had to go back and do all that. So it's a really thick cover. I mean, very thick. So there was a lot that I had to do to really get in there and just add, to get this look. Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun, but I think it turned out really nice. I liked the way it turned out. I was pleased with the way it turned out. But I had to have this look for the cover because of the pages. So the pages, of course, are, you know, ripped and torn, because this is supposed to be a relic. This is supposed to have been something that has went from, you know, years and years and years and years. This is not something that's just 100 years old. This isn't even something that's 200 years old. I don't even know how old this is, but you know, you get the point. And so with the cover that I had done before, it wasn't going to match, because like I said, you wouldn't have this perfect cover and then the inside tore up. So I had to go back and start over with the cover. And so I really like how it turned out. And of course I did put the book plate on it. Like I said, you've got that fine line there between relic and journal. You know, you want it to be, you want to have the appearance, but you still want to be able to use it. So, and I think I pulled that off. We'll see what you guys think. But I'm going to flip through here. There is 3 signatures, and I left room. There's room to grow in here, but it is pretty. I mean, it's pretty chunky, but there's still room, as you can see at the top. There's still room that you could add things. I could have put another signature in there, but it is a hidden spine, and so by the time I'd put it in there, I was like, well, I can't go back now and add another signature, so that wasn't going to work. So some of the pages are smaller than others, which was, you know, the point. It was done intentionally like that. This kit is gorgeous, and I think it could be used anytime, not just at Easter. You know, this is just a faith journal. As far as I'm concerned, this is not an Easter journal. It's just a faith journal. The kit, did I say the name of the kit was the Cross and Resurrection? I don't know if I did or not, but that's the name of the kit. And she has other kits that go along with this, that you can use with this or at any time. So there's a lot in here. And again, even though I did the ripping and the tearing, I wanted to add the pockets and tags, so there's places to write. And so I did the same, let me turn this around, the same method with some of the tags and ephemera. So you can see there's the burning and the ripping and tearing. And the reason I did the burning was because it gives this more, I don't know the look, what I'm trying to say. It's like not as perfect as tearing. So when you burn the pages, it gives this, it just goes where it wants. You know, fire just goes wherever. And tearing doesn't do that. You know, like down here, as you can see, let me use this tag throughout the book because I'm going through, when you're burning pages, you're getting that distressed look without your ink. And it's going to go wherever the fire wants to go, okay? And you're not going to get that with tearing. And I didn't want it to look like the book had actually been caught on fire. That wasn't, you know, it had nothing to do with the fire. This is just the distress look of it. And so I just used fire to actually do the distressing of. And it's not everywhere. I'm like right here, it's not burnt. You know, a lot of places, this page itself is not burnt at all. This is just ripped. So none of this is burnt at all. This is just ripped and distressed. But you can see the difference in the distressing here. It's so it looks older, it looks more aged, and it looks more brittle, and it's not. I'll tell you that right now, it's not brittle. So throughout, some of it is even stronger. If you, well, of course, you know, I didn't actually upload the process, but I still have it on my phone. I don't know if I should upload it or not, but when you use a baby wipe to put out the flames, it kind of blends into the paper. And then I don't know how it actually works. It's just really weird how that does. But it kind of blends into the paper, and then it doesn't even feel burnt at all whatsoever. So it's really neat how I just figured that out by doing it. It wasn't like I knew that ahead of time. It's just as I was doing all these pages, I was learning, you know. But here's some of the ephemera, and none of this is burnt or distressed. You know, some of it I wanted to leave completely alone because, like I said, this is a journal. Not all of it, I'll just go and put this back in there. Not all of it is distressed. Some of it is, some of it isn't. This one, I love how it turned out. I think it's a really nice kit. She did a really good job. And this one is so big as well. I mean, her kits are just really big kits. You've got plenty to work with. I'm hoping I'm in frame. And you don't even have to use, you know, the entire kit. I mean, there was no way I could have in this journal. This was just a plain journaling card, and I liked adding that because then it could be decorated however it wanted in the front, or just written on the front, which I like plain journaling cards to write my scriptures and stuff right on the front instead of on the back of journaling cards. I like writing on the front, and I love this page right here. It's just the open page with the writing, and just some beautiful, there was a lot of beautiful like old postcards that's been, you know, shrunk down about Easter, and just very, very pretty images. And some of them don't even have writing on them. There are 4 envelopes that I added, and I printed the envelopes on regular paper. That way I could get more envelopes in this journal than I did the other ones. And then here's another one of the plain journaling cards. Like, these are the ones I was talking about I like because I can just write on the fronts. And just like this tag, you can write on the front instead of like this one where you have to turn it over and write on the back, right? You know, whatever you're journaling. But anyway, the envelopes I just printed on paper. That way I could get more envelopes, because when I print them on the cardstock, they're thicker and harder to get more in the journal. Aren't these pretty? I love the different images of the crosses, and I like how these pages just turned out. I really was happy with this. This page here was backed. These were printed. Did I do a video on this? And I talked about how they were single-sided. For some reason, I feel like I did. But anyway, I doubled these. And so these are a little thicker. And, which I liked. Some of the pages being a little thicker. And then here is a shorter page with another pocket. And you've got one that's, you know, not distressed, and one that is. And I liked having that variety. Where I worked so hard on this journal, and I was trying to rush, and I wanted to get it done before Easter and get the video uploaded. There was just no way. There was too much that I had to put into this journal, and I was just not going to get it done. But I put a lot of hours in this journal. What I figured up was anywhere between 40 to 50 hours straight in this journal. I don't think it was quite 50. It was like 40 some hours in this journal. And so I told Katie yesterday, I was like, I'm not selling this journal. Or my mom, it was my mom. It's like, I'm not selling it. This one is just going to be on my shelf. I love this. It says he is risen, or he is not here, he is risen. This is just going to be a showcase journal I keep for myself because I've put so much work into this. There's not an amount of money that I can even put on this that it would be worth it. This is a one of a kind. I'll never make something, oh, am I in a frame? Like this again. It was too time consuming. It was a lot of work, and I won't make something like this again. I don't think. If I did, it'd be years down the road. But it was well worth it. But for one, it was the first of its kind, and probably the only of its kind. I think this is something I want to keep for myself, and I really just want to put it in my living room and showcase it for myself to just keep and always see. I've made a lot of those journals, and I never kept them. I sold them, and they were never sold for, you know, an amount of money that I should have sold them for. And that was just silly on my part. I shouldn't have sold them. This one I actually did the pocket this way. So I liked doing the pocket that way. I think that's the only pocket I did like that. I think I thought of that way too late. This was one of the last pockets I think I'd done, and I was like, I should have done more pockets that way. But yeah, but I just really enjoyed this. But I was ready to be done with it because I was rushing, and I shouldn't have rushed through it, but I worked day and night to try to get this done. But I think it turned out nice for the time I had and what I was looking for. I think I accomplished it. You guys tell me, did I accomplish what I was trying to accomplish, which was, you know, the Relic look, which I love this top tuck right here. I just kind of tore it and put it on top of the page there. I like that. You know, it had to look like the Relic, but still, you know, it had to function as a journal. It couldn't, I didn't want it to just be, well, it was not intended to just be a showcase journal and not be used. That was not or my intentions to begin with anyway. I guess I could have done that to begin with, but that was not what I was trying to do. That's not what I was going for. I love this one. I just think that's really pretty. Of course, they're all really pretty. And some of them are just really unique because they're older. You know, these are centuries old paintings, and just really unique, like these. You know, some of those are just really old. And then here's another envelope. And more of the journaling cards, which the journaling cards, a lot of them were the pages that she took and just made into journaling cards, which I thought was, you know, pretty neat. So you could have them on a smaller scale. And then this one here, which I really like this page. Just like the way it, this is like a sketch of the Last Supper right here. I don't know, just like the way it laid out with all the colors behind it. And then some more different, which I like this one. This one was burnt to but yeah, the video that I did, I had you know, showed my process and how I was doing it, and I was, you know, telling of you know, the cautions and to be careful, and you know, of course I warned that it was not a video for children, things like that. But then afterwards I was kind of afraid to put it on YouTube. And I love this one. This is probably my favorite. It's supposed to be a picture of Christ, and he's reaching over to get this lamb, and it says, "I'm the good shepherd and know my sheep, and I am known of and am known of mine." And of course it's Isaiah. Is this one Isaiah or John? This one's John. There was one in there of Isaiah, but I love that one. And then here there's a just a hidden tuck spot right there. And then I took one of her background papers, which I loved this one. This one is from 1873, and it's just a commentary, Bible commentary. And I just made an envelope with this one, and then I put a bunch of, with another one of her envelopes, I put a bunch of the tags in here, because I had all these tags left, and there is still a bunch of ephemera left. But I put all these tags in here because I couldn't decide which tags to use. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the tags yet. I thought about making like a little tag flip with this. But since now I'm probably just going to keep this myself, I'll probably take the tags back out. Because I thought about making a tag, like I said, a tag booklet or a tag flip or something like that. But since I'm going to keep it, I'll just take those out and use it for later purpose. But I was going to make something to go with this. But so that is it, guys. Tell me what you think. I like how it turned out. It's definitely different. I think it's definitely unique. At least it is for me. And I hope, Lydia, you like what I did with your kit. I really appreciate you sending me the kits to play with. I had a lot of fun. I'm getting ready to start a couple new projects, and she's got another collection that I am wanting in her shop. Well, she's got quite a few that I want, let's just be honest, but there's another one that I'm getting ready to play with soon. So you guys will be seeing that one, but it's going to take me a little while to do that journal. It's just taken me a while to get journals done. Of course, I've been putting a lot in my journals, as you've seen with Lila. So they're not the journals they used to be. These have got a lot more detail and stuff in them, so it's taken me a little bit longer. But I do have a couple smaller ones that I'm doing with some other collections, but the one I'm getting ready to work with out of her shop, which I cannot think, Hannah, I think it is. I think it's Hannah. No, it starts with an H. The one I'm really wanting to work with, it's going to take me a little while to do that one as well. So, yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a good Easter. I had a great time. I went with my brother and sister-in-law and went to sunrise service. First time I'd been to one since I was a kid. And then I come back and my kids were all here for the day. We had a great day. And so I enjoyed the day with my kids. So, yep, I hope you guys had a great day, and I'm glad you guys stopped by and watched my video. I really appreciate you guys so much. So I will see you in the next one. You guys have a blessed day. Bye.